Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's Ali, and today we're gonna be talking about the new Winx reboot. I will be chronicling the history of this reboot, from the early season 9 days to where we are now. First, let me show you my credentials. I have been a fan of Winx since for as long as I can remember. I still remember like the first time I watched it. It was like really late at night. I was alone in my room, completely dark. I put the TV on and randomly an episode of Winx started playing. I can't remember which episode, but yeah, I played it and I was like completely obsessed. And I was hooked on from then. Then I picked up the series and then dropped it here and there, but I've never really left the fandom. I've always been like a silent supporter, and I've observed this reboot grow into what it became now, so I thought I'd be like the perfect person to do this. So enough about me, let's get into it. Before we get to the reboot, we have to talk about the cancelled season 9. Yes, season 9. Right after season 8 ended, season 9 was announced by a Russian summit in 2022. And the weird thing about this season was that it would scrap the 20-minute 26 episodes for a 50-episode 13-minute shorts. Like, think Pop Pixie. This was supposed to be like made for kids, while Faith the Winx Saga would be made for the adult audience. Yeah, that turned out pretty well. They were going to change the name from Winx Club to Winx Shorts. Fans did not take this well. It just felt like another push for Winx to become even more kiddie, which was its like intention, but it still felt like the brand getting even worse than it was like a season ago, which was already a horrible place to be at. Not much stuff from this stage of development has been released, except a glimpse of how Flora might look like. Editing alley here. There are these potential fairy forms that don't correlate with any of the other stuff that happened later on. So these might just be the designs they made for Winx Club shorts. All we have are these potential Flora, Bloom, and Stella what it looks like magic Winx designs. Oh, and this look from their dorm with the girls all in casual clothes. This also, I think, came around the same time, so it might also be associated with the Winx Club shorts. As quickly as Winx Shorts was unveiled, it was just as quickly shoved under the rug as Rainbow announced that Season 9 would be returning to the 26 episode and 23-minute format. From here, we got a lot of Season 9 stuff, from posters to merch. When the transformations were revealed, a lot of fans had a positive reaction to it. Well, while looking pretty minimalistic, they had a certain charm to them. They look like modern day versions of Charmix, which a lot of fans noted might mean Charmix could be making a comeback, as in Season 8 both Sirenix and Enchantix had already done. The girls having bags basically confirmed this. Most fans agreed that these were a vast improvement from Season 6 to 8's fairy forms, and were even welcoming of the 3D art style, as it looked like an improvement from the Season 8 art style. Yeah, the bar was in hell. The series at this point had already been pushed back multiple times, from premiering in 2020 to 2021 to 2023, so fans weren't surprised when it got further delayed to 2024. Most were glad, as it meant it would premiere on the 20-year anniversary of the franchise. But 2024 came and went, and while we didn't get a premiere, we did get more information. This is when the plans of Season 9 were scrapped and shifted towards a full-on reboot, which Eugenio, the creator of Winx Club himself, confirmed. Fast forward to 2024 Comic-Con in Napoli, we got our first look at the reboot. They showcased a scene of Mitzi and Bloom, and it actually looked pretty promising. The designs kept the essence of the original, but gave it a modern twist. And the animation, while it's nothing compared to the Golden Age, it still looked pretty good. At least it was in Season 8, And that was the most common sentiment from the fandom. Everyone was very cautiously optimistic. Simultaneously to this, somehow, most of the character designs from the reboot were leaked, some of them being old scrap designs and some that we ended up getting in the final product. These designs, while not being extraordinary, were adequate. They weren't insulting, so that was a win for the fandom. Told you, the bar was in hell. Well, most of them. Can't say that for Miss Stella over here, looking like a Gen Alpha Sephora addict. Taking charge of the leak situation, the team decided to post the official fairy designs for each girl. These designs were wildly disliked. Most thought they were too over-designed and something just seemed off about them. I personally felt they looked like AI JoJo Siwa knockoffs. But most agreed it was too late to change the design, so most people just accepted them and hoped the story would be good at least. Fast forward a bit and they released a teaser, showcasing the rest of the Winx and Althea. While all of this happened, some dolls were showcased at a convention and Stella was wearing a different outfit. Thankfully, they ended up changing the design to reflect more her original design. While yes, a tad bit uninspired, at least it looks better. The Winx team continued rolling with the punches and started the promotional campaign by releasing the transformations of the girls week by week. Most people thought the transformations were fine, some noted some recycled animation, but that was part of the chorus for Winx Club. So far, the public's feelings towards the reboot were positive. Yes, the transformations could look better, but at least it's going to be well written, right? Most people who dared to share criticism were called fake fans, and to those people, I say, if I'm a fake fan, then you are a bootlicker. Unicorn of War has talked about this already, but the Winx fandom used to be fine with criticism for the show. It was kind of a rite of passage of sorts, to love Winx, but also hate everything that happened after season 4. But for some reason, this reboot made a lot of people turn extremely protective. Any criticism was seen as hate. A bit annoying, but whatever. There wasn't even much to criticize except the design, so people just ignored it. This changed when a fan and artist on Instagram exposed Rainbow's use of AI. They noticed how Aisha's hairstyle was a bit too similar to an AI image someone had created way before the designs were unveiled. Most, however, shoved this under the rug as Rainbow had enough plausible deniability until the company put an ad welcoming AI experts to help them with their work. Rainbow has denied the use of AI, but artists who worked on the reboot / season 9 in the earlier stages have stated that their designs were thrown away for AI generated concept art. So believe what you want to believe. I'm standing with the artists, and also you can easily tell these designs are clearly AI. I mean, look at them. My first thought when looking at this was literally just AI JoJo Siwa knockoffs. Which is the saddest part of all this. I mean, how do you go from fashion students in Milan to AI slop? And that brings us to today. The reboot is only months away. It is scheduled to air on Rai in September, then hit Netflix on October, and Rainbow for the most part has ignored the criticism and just moved on with the marketing. As of recording this, 5 days ago the official trailer was released, to not so great reviews, and they are currently releasing little shorts from Bloom's perspective introducing each of the girls. Will the reboot be good, absolute trash, or just mediocre? As of now, I can't say, but it's not looking good. Most Winx fans have accepted the fact that the reboot most likely will be average to bad. But hey, no episodes have been released, at least legally. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. A lot of the episodes got leaked. Not like fully animated, but with like animatic. And I'm talking full episodes, like full 22-minute episodes, with all of like voice acting and storyboard work done. Yeah, Rainbow is really bad at keeping their stuff private. Only time will tell. Maybe in 2 months I'll come back and eat all my words and end up loving the reboot. Who knows? But for now, I'll stay cautiously neutral. I don't think it'll be the worst thing Winx ever made. I mean, Season 7 and Fate the Winx Saga exist, but it will probably also not reach the heights of the Golden Age. So yeah, that's all I've got for you today. Comment down below how you feel about the reboot. Love it, hate it, or just don't care. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Bye!